show begins now.
And a very, very good Monday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Shawn Wilson here. It's the Exploring Energy Radio Show on 96.5 KECO. First of all, we'll get started just like I always do with the menu at Elk City Meals on Wheels, 1510 West 9th Street. And call in your order, 225-5821. Regular meals are $8. Senior citizens meals just $7. That includes your tax, everything. Everyone is welcome. They're open from 11 to 1, Monday through Friday. On the 17th day of November, goulash, broccoli, breadstick, and lemon pudding. Goulash. Great on a foggy day. Goulash, broccoli, breadsticks, lemon pudding. That's what's on the menu at Elk City Meals on Wheels. Free Carnegie Library books delivered right to you thanks to the Carnegie Caravan. It's friends of the Carnegie Library. If you're having trouble reading the regular print, you can just ask them about their free program. I'll get myself good. After my Chiefs got stomped last night, I'm still a fan, just not a happy fan. For books, call the library, 225-0136. 225-0136. It's friends of the Carnegie Library. And today is SK Donuts, the official donut supplier of Mondays at the station. It's time to make your Monday sweet. Head to SK Donuts in Elk City, your local donut spot. Freshest, fluffiest donuts in town. They've got a drive-through. Located at 1926 West 3rd Street in Elk City. Fresh, local, delicious. From classic glaze to cream and jelly filled, there's a treat for everyone in their kolaches. Both affordable and delicious. Open 7 days a week, 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can call them 243-9626. Don't dread Mondays. Do not worry. Be happy. SK Donuts. It's love at first bite. Okay, I got a couple of housekeeping deals I need to do here on this Monday morning. First of all, I'll give you the energy stock prices up just a little bit. West Texas Intermediate on the New York Mercantile Exchange up 20 cents a barrel to $60.29, so north of $60 there. It's a December contract. Brent crude oil on the ICE Futures Exchange out of London up 25 cents. It's trading at $64.64 a barrel, just shy of $65. Telcom crude oil in Japan down 200 yen per kiloliter. New York Mercantile Exchange natural gas down 14 cents. But still trading at $4.42 per million BTU. RBOB gasoline down 6 cents to $201.10. Heating oil on the New York Mercantile Exchange down 16 cents to $252.95. And gas oil is down $5.25 to $740.75 per metric ton. Okay, well, the Baker Hughes rig count here on this Monday morning. While the nation saw a gain of rigs in the oil and gas patches, Oklahoma's count slipped just a bit. Latest Baker Hughes rig count showed an increase of 1 rig to reach 549 in the United States, including a gain of 3 oil rigs for a total of 417 looking for oil. The number of natural gas drilling rigs fell 3 to 125, and the geothermal wells listed as miscellaneous count increased 1 to 7. The offshore rig count remained at 19. Oklahoma's total fell 1 rig to 41 active drilling rigs on the Baker Hughes rig count compared to 43 reported 1 year ago. The U.S. count remained at 35 less than a year ago, and the total was 584 then. The change in the past year included a loss of 61 oil rigs drilling for oil, but a gain of 24 natural gas rigs drilling for natural gas, and an increase of 2 for geothermal. Texas was unchanged in the past week with a total of 234 active drilling rigs, while New Mexico count increased 2 to 105. North Dakota's total fell 1 to 28 rigs, and Louisiana's count increased 1 to 44. The top rig report in Kansas showed the state count of 17 was unchanged from a week earlier. Colorado remained at 13 active drilling rigs, and Ohio continued with the same count of 13 rigs. Baker's dozen there. Pennsylvania stayed at 17 rigs, and Alaska, no change with 10 active drilling rigs. California's total of 8 rigs was unchanged, so were Utah with a count of 13. West Virginia stayed at 7, and Wyoming with 12 active drilling rigs. Okay, we'll get right to the matter at hand here, and I got a studio full of guests this morning, and Josiah, and your last name is again? Popola. Okay, all right. Josiah Popola and Mark Norton, and of course Cody Crow sitting over there. And again, we're here talking about Meals on Wheels. It's something that is near and dear to my heart. I know it's a wonderful program, but Josiah, you've got some some history about what Meals on Wheels does and who it serves and what it's intended to do.
Yeah, so Meals on Wheels was actually started back in 1970. It started out of Mary Kelly's kitchen. Um, Her intent was really just to feed and support the elderly, and so then in February of 1988, Meals on Wheels was granted nonprofit. And then in 1989, they actually moved to the Elk City Housing Authority. And that's where it really began to bloom and blossom. It's been in effect for a while. We really serve the elderly and the disabled, and we deliver the meals to them. But we also have a dining room that they can come in and eat in. And so,
Which is one of your funding sources.
yes, that is true. That is one of our funding sources outside of getting donations from the thrift store. And so that's pretty much where we are right now.
I know that our church participates, and we take a week and we take different routes, and the red route, the green route, the yellow route, the blue route, and but some of these people, it's the only people they see the entire day or the entire week are those that bring the Meals on Wheels, and so it is a wonderful program that it meets a need here in this community.
Yes, it does. And I don't think people really understand the severity of only maybe seeing one person a day. So when we pack their meals, they're really packed with care. They're not sloppy. We really take care of how they are and how they're packaged and delivered because it's food and love in a box. And
Right.
so I think that I love that you stated that because it is sometimes the only people that they see throughout
Right.
the day.
I know that the drivers do welfare checks,
Yes.
just make sure that person is,
Yeah,
is
some of their
okay.
people we have sending in their mail, and they've created a bond. So people who do the yellow route, when they come in again, they're like, I want my people. I want to do
Yeah,
the yellow
yeah,
route. I
I
want,
agree with that.
and so I think it's really a community and not just like a delivery system. It's really become a community.
I agree with that, and that's why it is a program that's dear to my heart is because I can see the people that it serves, and I can see that it's more than just the food. Like you said, it's a meal wrapped in love and care, and I love what you said about how you when you prepare these meals to go out to these people, you do it in a wonderful way. I mean, as someone who delivers that, it's all packaged, it's all marked, for those that have diabetes,
Yes.
those that don't, and it's just it it's a well-oiled machine, and I just have to commend you on that. And then the kitchen is so clean. My goodness gracious, you can eat off the floor in that place.
Yeah.
And and that's always sometimes a concern. But I know that they're at the Meals on Wheels, you can look right into the kitchen and see the people that are preparing the food, and it is a wonderful place, and I can't stress it enough. Okay, so Mark, I'm going to go over to you. You're the executive director. You're going to have to get right up on that microphone. Just don't touch it. It's got a short in it. Anyway, Mark, you've heard what we've talked about right now with Meals on Wheels. Is there anything you would like to add to that?
Well, Meals on Wheels, it's near and dear to my heart. I mean, I've had family members that have been with Meals on Wheels. Mother-in-law used to be a cook for 20-some years. I remember going up and helping in the kitchen. My wife, I don't want anything to happen to our program. We've got such a good program. We've got so many people that depend on our service, and but what we need is help from the community. We're always asking for donations. Donations from the community is how we thrive. Without the community's help, we wouldn't have a Meals on Wheels. A lot of folks think that Meals on Wheels gets finance from the government or
Taxes
the
or
state.
whatever, yeah.
Yes, and it's not that way. We solely operate off of donations from the community. The Methodist Church, they years ago set up the thrift store on 7th Street.
Right.
and we get a percentage of funding from them. And I think we get like $5,500 a month from them, which is a great help. But when it costs to run the operation every month, you're looking about $21,000 to operate Meals on Wheels, and that's to supply the groceries. We've got insurance for the 3 staff members, salaries, groceries, just the total operating income that takes to operate it. And we're just really needing to reach out to those folks that could possibly help. You got tax time coming up here soon.
Right.
A lot of that can be deducted off. We can write up something, stating that you donated so much, so that you could have that deducted off of your taxes. Holiday season.
Yeah.
There's a lot of giving there. Excuse me. We're going to be setting up a Christmas tree in our lobby there at Meals on Wheels, and it's going to be a sponsor tree.
Caring tree, right?
Caring tree.
Yeah, good.
So you will be able to come in and take a tag off, put down who you'd like to sponsor, and then if it's for a week or 2 weeks or a month, be able to donate that to Meals on Wheels, and then we would provide a meal for your loved one. So I think that's going to be a neat deal.
I know equipment is a big cost. I mean, when you need a new refrigerator, you need a new stove, or whatever the case may be, and not getting tax money, those are big items that then immediately come out. Now, Cody, I'm going to come over to you. Your grandmother, Sharon, volunteered there for many, many, many moons, and I know it was something near and dear to her heart, and I know it's something that the torch that you've picked up also.
Yeah, she'd go down for a lot of years. She'd work in the dining room filling teas and coffees, and when I was in high school, I'd go down during lunch break on the day that she worked and help her out there. So yeah, we've been involved in a lot for a long time, and then I've been back on the board for 6 or 7 years probably.
Some people may not even know how to donate. I mean, you can walk in and give a check or cash or whatever the case may be. And like you said, you're 501(c), so it is totally tax deductible. But there are people out there listening right now that don't have a clue. Okay, so what is the very best way? I don't know which one of y'all want to answer this question, but I mean, is it just one-time donation? You talked about the caring tree. You talk about eating down there and buying the $8 regular meal, $7 if you're a senior citizen, using the thrift store down on 7th Street. Is there a reoccurring deal, like where, hey, you can come in there and say, listen, I'd like to set up to where, $100 a month, you could just draw it off my account or hit my credit card with it or whatever the case may be. Is there a program like that set up, Josiah?
Yeah, so we're actually getting that together because I do understand that a lot of people are like, I can't just donate $1,000.
Right.
But understanding that $10, $20, $50, or $100 a month, that is more consistent than that $1,000 and we never see that person again. Because what we want people to understand is when you are donating, you have now become a part of Meals on Wheels. Like, it's by you that we are able to feed people. And so we are actually getting pledge cards together to sit down, kind of think about it, pray about it, and see what you would want to do monthly for that. Because initially it doesn't take just us in the kitchen or them on the board. It's the community that's feeding the community. So we're getting those things in order now.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to take a break and come back and continue our visit with our great people from Meals on Wheels here on the Exploring Energy Radio Show. Don't you dare go away. We'll continue right after this.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Can I ask you a basic, somewhat obvious question? Energy, agriculture, gas, oil, beef.
Is it possible to talk about one without talking about the other?
Not standing over a gas-operated flat top, I suppose, next to a bunch of gas-operated fryers.
Gas, and more gas. I live in California.
Yeah.
Maybe you've read somebody somewhere has waged a war on gas stoves.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
Thoughts?
In a nutshell, I prefer to cook on gas stove.
There it is. It's official.
See their stories at oerb.com/micro.
Craving a real steak? Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City is firing up flavors 7 days a week. The grill is always hot and the steaks are always fresh. From juicy char-grilled ribeyes, fillets, and sirloins to chicken fried steak, hearty burgers, seafood, and chicken, there's something for everyone. Don't forget the appetizers, salads, and desserts to top it off. Bring your appetite. We'll handle the rest. Dine in or order online now on the DoorDash app. It's more than just a steakhouse. It's Fred's.
This is Shawn with Galleria Furniture. Right now, we've got an incredible offer on the Hudson collection. This leather sofa has all the features: a drop-down table with storage, power recline, touch puck lighting, and even Apple charging tray with USB charging. And here's the bonus. When you purchase the sofa and the love seat, you'll get the matching leather power recliner for free. That's over $1,000 in savings. Located in Elk City next to Tractor Supply, where friends don't let friends pay retail.
That's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
You got 5-6 tractors out there. You got a dozer, a traco, a grader, something like that. I mean, you go through a lot of oil in a season. I mean, you'll use a few hundred gallons in a season. So here at Camrock, we have the same specification oil as the other brand, where people think that they have to use that for a certain color on their tractors and stuff like that. But we have the same oil specifications as they do. Works just as well, does the same thing, lubes it just the same. Price comparison is, it's not even a comparison. We have a better price than anybody around on that type of oil. They can come in and talk to us, see what they want, or give us a call, and we can come out and see what they have, fill their tanks, set them tanks. That's what we've done here in the past. We've converted a lot of farmers over to our brand, our house brand of motor diesel oil. The price savings it's huge for them. We sell it to oilfield companies also. They use it in frac pumps, and they're not happy, you know it, and it's working great for them.
Camrock is the name of the company. It's 2111 South Main, Elk City, south of Fred's Steakhouse.
The price savings it's huge for them.
Fine Line wants your car, and they're going to pay you for it. Top dollar. Call Steve Jones at Fine Line, 225-9111. 225-9111. Make some money.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
Welcome back. Again, it's time to nominate a hero. Do you know somebody out there in this area that gives above and beyond? Not just around the Christmas time. I mean, it could be around Christmas time, but I mean, talking about all year. Tell us their story. Okay, all of our sponsors in our Christmas promotion this year are giving a $250 prize, and someone will get that. And I'm talking about several someones, okay? So however many sponsors we have, that's how many $250 prizes we're going to give away. You can go to nominate Santa's Christmas Heroes on KECOFM.com. Go to KECOFM.com. Tell us their story, okay? And nominate a hero. We need to recognize those that give above and beyond. David Allen Guest, he's a proud supporter of this show, proud listener as well. If you have minerals and royalties, you need help, David Allen Guest is your guy. He's a man of integrity, a guy you can trust. He's been doing it for himself and others for nearly 40 years. Managing royalty and mineral rights is a complicated process that's ever-changing. David has the experience to help you navigate through every aspect of it. David's truly a man of integrity, a man you'll be glad you're doing business with, and he'll get you the most out of your royalties. And if you find yourself in a situation to sell, David's also a buyer of royalties from estates, probates, trusts, and bankruptcies. Hear the part about he'll get you the most out of your royalties? It's pretty big. David Allen Guest. Call him today, 405-341-8698. 405-341-8698. David Allen Guest, certified mineral manager. Look him up on the interweb. ASCO Equipment, one of, 37 locations throughout Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. Let me digress. 27 locations. That's a gob. And it's the big stuff. They're looking for heavy equipment for sale or rent. ASCO is your source. They want to be a partner in your project. They have the big stuff like, well, backhoes, wheel loaders, cranes, dozers, excavators, forklifts, compactors, tractors, skid steers, and more. ASCO Equipment sells, rents, and provides parts and services for ag, construction, material handling, and mining equipment throughout this region. And we've got one right here in Elk City, 513 West 20th Street. Get a hold of branch manager Jeremy Bridgman, 323-3422. Equipment sales, that's for Bart Shields. Equipment rentals, it's E.J. Gredeman. They have flexible rental rates. ASCO Equipment online, ASCOEQ.com. And if you want to keep making money, your equipment and your machinery has to keep running. American Hose and Supply will help you do that. American Hose and Supply inside the Camrock building, next to Fred's Steakhouse in Elk City. Call 303-1123. They custom make hoses, high pressure, low pressure. The suction discharge doesn't make any difference. They've got it. Call them at 303-1123. Go to those who know hose. Okay, we're going to continue our visit here with our troop from Meals on Wheels. You know, not that I'm a great mathematician, but I just did some math in my head, and, you know, you would seem to think that, well, if you ate at the facility 5 days a week, 5 times 8, $40, $160 would, if somebody donated $160, it would be like that they ate a meal every day throughout the month.
Yes.
And so we're talking about pennies a day when you start looking at it, you know, but we talked about how you're making it easier for people to donate. You know, we live in a cashless world now. It's you know, reality. And you know, people have these reoccurring charges for some really stupid things, you know, and I hate to call it stupid. Maybe it's not stupid to you, but there are so many people out there right now that are paying monthly charges on their credit cards or their debit cards. They don't even know what it's for, or they don't even use that service anymore. Doing something like Meals on Wheels is substantial. It's something helping your fellow man and woman, so to speak. How can people do that? Again, I mean, is it best for them to come by and talk to you guys there at the facility? A phone call, get online? What's the best way, Josiah?
Giving us a call or coming up there, we'll take either way, honestly. If you're willing to help, we'll go that extra mile just to make sure we meet you where you want to be met. We are getting some online things together, so maybe in a few days we'll have more information for you on the online part.
Okay, good. Well, you know, it's Cody, I'm going to come back over to you. You said on this board, like I said, your grandmother Sharon, you know, donated her time and volunteered her time. It's really, there's people out there listening right now that could make a difference in this organization. I mean, there are people out there that have what we call extra money, so to speak. And then there's people out there, and this is what's sad, and this is truly sad in our today's society, but it's like if you've ever been a waitress or a waiter, and the affluent come in, they're generally the worst tippers. People that are the working class people, the people who know what it is to go in there and work hard and stand on your feet all day and cater to every whim of everybody that comes in there, regardless of how they treat you back. This is something where people out there that are listening right now that could make a difference can really step up and make a difference, Cody.
Oh, absolutely. Just donations are great. Come see us at the dining room, get a meal. It helps out. Get on a route. There's so many ways to help down there.
A lot of volunteerism and those volunteers, man, you can't do it. And there's nothing like a giving heart of someone who is willing to give their time to work at a facility like this and Josiah make a difference.
Yeah, that's true. The people who do the routes I don't think they understand the gratitude, or I hope they really understand the gratitude of how we could not do that without them. Because we can't just leave and go get a route or call someone. We actually have people who are like, hey, someone does not
The
answer,
backup, yeah.
like call us and we're right there. And so actually while we're on the routes, we need 8 people who are willing to do the routes for the 2 first weeks of December. If anyone's willing, just give us a call and we can get that scheduled for you guys.
You know, and when people volunteer, you give them a map. It shows just how to get it, and if there's any little special instructions, that it gives that. And then, and those routes have been set up by people that have run them many times, so they know the most efficient way to do it. And generally, it takes anywhere from an hour to maybe an hour 20 minutes.
It's less than an hour.
Is it less than an hour?
Yes.
Well, I drive slow, I guess. Maybe it's because I tend to visit with my people a little longer than others.
We're not complaining about that.
But it is something that it's easy for somebody to come in that's never done it before and say, here it is. And then, like I said, all the meals are very easily grabbed. You got a little bucket that you can put them in, or a little tray. Take them up there. You give it to them. You make sure they're okay. And then the look on some of these people's faces make it so worth it. Mark, I'm going to come over to you because this touches the lives of a lot of people here in this area.
Yes. If you've ever not ran a route, you should. The experience and what you take away from that is very unique. You can see how giving a meal to a person just makes their day, and they're usually waiting right there at the door. They 12 o'clock, it's time for lunch.
Yeah, you don't want to be late.
You don't want to be late. No. But it's really touching to be able to hand a meal, and that may be the only thing they eat all day.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's good to see that kind of results.
I know a lot of planning goes into this. I mean, you got to plan your menu. You've got to plan, schedule your people to work, get your volunteers, like you said, the route drivers, Josiah. And so that's what you do as the director, is just kind of help make sure all that comes together. And you've got to set budgets. I mean, that's the only way any kind of business can work. And I know that you're no different.
Yes. So every year we try to meet a certain amount of meals. We always try to come up with different events to bring people in. And I know some of the things, we've got the bingo. We've got Percy Dale Walker.
PD.
If you haven't ever heard Percy sing, you should come in. He's usually the last Friday of every month. Great singer. We do have the bingo. We have some door prizes we'll give away. But we just want more people to come in and mingle with us. And, a lot of these folks, they don't get any family coming and seeing them. So they can come in and mingle with others, and that's what they thrive on, is talking to others. And but yes, just bringing them in.
The interaction. I mean, just the human connection.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Even above and beyond the meal. Josiah, you said it right off. This is a meal wrapped in love. And that's what we need to continue to let people know. And I know this is an energy show. Of course, you guys use a lot of energy just to get around town and do your routes, and also, where you're cooking it. But Cody, I know that you've been in the patch a long time, well, all your life, and like I said, there are people out there that can make a difference. And the thing what I want to try to get across to people is, if you're giving some of those funds, giving it to those that are local, it's like shop local. Well, donate local, and that's what I'm talking about. It's your fellow man. And the thing about it is, you may never see that person that you make a difference in their life. You may never see them, but with the Meals on Wheels, those people are out there, Cody.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, if you can give a small monthly donation, there might be 3, 4, 5 people that are getting a meal brought to their house that's going to continue to get that meal for a TV subscription.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
TV subscription, you can cut back on one of those and feed several people in the community that might not get a hot meal in the middle of the day otherwise.
and I appreciate you guys coming in because we're not trying to guilt anybody into this. I mean, take it from me. My mother, she was a travel agent for guilt trips, no doubt about it. What we're trying to do here is let everybody know that we have got a service here in Western Oklahoma that's needing your help, folks. My listeners out there, these people are needing your help. And like I said, for a small donation, when you use the masses, I mean, you take, 100 people, or 400 people, and they don't donate $100. That's 40 grand. I mean, those are numbers that can make a difference in this organization. And so, and then if you just scale it down, $20 a month, like you said, $50 a month, or even coming in and making a one-time donation, all this can make a difference. Correct?
It can. And I would just like to say our food is amazing.
It really is.
Like, because we get to cook it the way, we cook it the way we always say, if you won't eat it, don't serve it.
Right.
And I love that when I came in, that was one of the things they said, if you won't eat it, don't put it on their plate. And so our food is just, it's amazing. It's like, can I have another plate? And so I love it because we're not just serving food. Like, we're making sure that people like what they're eating. It's not like, here's your plate. Be thankful you got a plate. It's like, we want you satisfied when you're eating here.
Yeah, and the desserts, I always come back from around like, okay, hey, I'll take 3 of those desserts.
That's one of my jobs is the sampler to make sure.
Of course, everybody got to have a sampler.
The meal is good to serve. So
okay, well, we're going to take another quick break and come back. We've got another segment. I want to continue our visit because I'm working this kind of like a telethon, folks. If you're out there and you can help, we need your help. Elk City Meals on Wheels needs your help. They continue to, and they are a nonprofit, folks. I'm telling you right now, nobody's getting fat off the money that is given to, but people are getting a meal wrapped in love. We're going to talk more with our guests about Meals on Wheels right after this.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
The way a doctor knows the human body, that's how you know trucks. You hear a rattle, a rumble, a vibration, and you know exactly what's wrong. You're a diagnostic genius, the go-to for getting trucks running and keeping them tough and DOT compliant. You're a Mac Pro, a tech tool titan. With a wrench in your hand, there's nothing you can't fix. Canyon Oilfield Services is looking for you. Our Hinton, Oklahoma yard has 10 trucks ready for your expertise and a fleet of over 70 trucks waiting for your oversight. It's a big job for a big talent. Not every mechanic has what it takes, but you're different. You're a mechanical boss, and they call you Haas, and we need your expertise. You tell us what it'll take to get you on board and added to the team. We're ready to deal. Call 580-729-3297 to set up your interview. 580-729-3297. At Canyon Oilfield Services, the key word is service.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like fences. A house with a big yard and a white picket fence was always the dream. But then you saw the price to install a fence and you're wondering if the color is driving the price up. Nobody ever dreams of a beige or a gray picket fence, right? So maybe those fences are cheaper. But no, they're not. Then you remember that switching your home and auto to Progressive could save you hundreds and make all your dreams of a fence come true. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey folks, this is EJ Gredeman with ASCO Equipment out of Elk City, Oklahoma. If you need rental equipment, I got your back. From excavators to wheel loaders, telehandlers, and forklifts, we rent the brands that you know and trust. With flexible terms, responsible service, and expert support, we're here to keep your job on track. Need equipment? We're on it here at ASCO Equipment. Visit ASCOEQ.com or stop by our Elk City branch, 513 West 20th here in Elk City, Oklahoma, or you can just give me a call, 580-243-9233. Appreciate it, folks, and y'all have a blessed day.
So if your farmer need a hose built, you can come in, we'll build it. Oilfield customer and need us to come out and see you, we'll come out and see you and take an order or pick up a hose, build it, bring it back to you. Solves that problem. I'm Brock Kalk, and my company is American Hose and Supply. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings, oilfield or agriculture. You needed a hose like yesterday. We will stop what we're doing, and if we got to go to our Oklahoma City shop and get it, we'll do that. And I've done that for a lot of my customers. The business I've done with the oilfield, they got to see your face. Whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever the customer prefers, that's what we're going to do. We sell all types of industrial hose and fittings. In the oil field, sometimes you get a call for a crazy, hey, can you get this? And you go find it for them. American Hose and Supply. Come by and see us at 2111 South Main, Elk City, Oklahoma, in Camrock Building next to Fred's.
Or call 303-1123.
Solves that problem.
Killoffer Flooring Center, right on the corner, right on the price. Corner of 6th and Main, downtown Elk City, Oklahoma.
This is the Exploring Energy Show.
All right. We are back, and this show brought to you in part by Camrock. Farmers, oilfield companies use a lot of oil. Farmers do it seasonally. Oilfield companies do it all the time. Camrock's oil has the same specification lubricants, the same just as the designer brands, but Camrock's oil costs a lot less. You're getting the same oil, you're just not getting it in a can with a logo on it. Folks who use a lot of oil save a lot of money with Camrock. 3 local guys with local ties doing business with their community. Camrock Supply on South Main Street in Elk City, next to Fred's Steakhouse. Online, Camrock, CAMRockSupply.com. Have locations Elk City, Oklahoma City, Midland, Texas, and Ulysses, Kansas. It's Camrock Supply. And Fred's Steakhouse, home of the $4.99 chicken fried steak served daily, hand-battered country gravy, house-made mashed potatoes. And they're your destination for fresh USDA-graded beef, ribeyes, New York strips, filet mignon, sirloins, hand-cut daily by their in-house butcher. All at Fred's Steakhouse. Fred's also has numerous side options. Those freshly baked rolls made daily with their in-house bakery. 7 kinds of yard bird. Can't mess up chicken, in my opinion. 7 kinds of chicken. Seafood, if that's what you crave. They've also got freshwater catfish, appetizers, sure to please everyone. Cap off your dining experience with fresh in-house made desserts. All at Fred's. They also have a full-service bar, and they can host your private event. Christmas parties are coming up. Located at 2107 South Main Street in Elk City, call 243-2100. Order online on the Chow Now app, open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. DCP Services, a diversified oilfield company offering the right services with the right people on the job. We appreciate Terry and Jeff Davis, the owners of DCP. You can call Jeff, 580-660-0501, 660-0501. You can also find them on the Book of Faces. They've got their DCP pump repair shop in Cordell. They've got a roustabout division, lease operators division, wireline division with both braided and slick line options. It is DCP Services, a proud supporter of the Exploring Energy radio show. We'll get back to the business here at hand. Today we're highlighting the Elk City Meals on Wheels program, asking for your help. They're in a situation to where after COVID, a lot of people quit coming to the dining area and eating. And we need people to come in there and do that. We need people that can throw some extra money to Meals on Wheels, to a wonderful organization that fills a wonderful need here in western Oklahoma, here in the Elk City area. And if you would like to help, Josiah, you've got some contact information that people can contribute.
I'm actually going to give that over to Mark.
Okay, Mark.
Yes.
Take it away, brother.
You can always call Meals on Wheels, and that is 225-5821. And we also, we've got an email for director at elkcityhousing.com. If you will email me that way, I will get that over to Josiah. But we've got those 2 ways. Or also call the Housing Authority at 225-0129, and we are just right across the hall, so we'll be able to relay that message.
You know, the other thing I was letting people know, that dining area is clean. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in there many, many times, and it's a wonderful place to go eat. And Cody, like you said, you know, maybe just pick one day a week that's where you go to eat, you know, and if people out there would do that, they'd get a great meal. And you can't hardly buy a big sandwich for $7 or $8, you know, and that's just the sandwich only at a fast food place. You know, so this would be some place that people could, you know, just pick a day of the week or a couple days of the week to come and eat.
Yeah, or pick a day and feed your office. Come in, get meals, take it back to the office, and, you know, feed the staff, have a working lunch. It's good for stuff like that, too.
Call ahead, and they'll have that all packaged up, ready to rock and roll. And it is, like I said, it's a wonderful program. And I like what you said. Yeah, feed the office, and feed your safety meeting, something like that, and make a difference, not only in the safety and the meeting that you're going to give your folks, but to those that you help by eating there, because that is definitely one of the funding sources that, and we talked about on the break, after COVID, people just kind of quit going to it, and we need to get people back there because it's a great place to eat. And it's like you said, the food, it's soul food, basically. You come in there and you know what you're going to get is good quality food cooked on location, not pulled out of a freezer and heated up.
Nope, they cook it. They get there around 6 in the morning to prepare that meal and start to prep it and everything so that it's done right on time and not just beforehand. They take good precision to make sure it's good for when they send it out.
When will you have your carrying tree up at the facility?
We will have that up this week, so they'll be able to come in and select a person to sponsor, and we'll get that set up. We've also got a few things coming open that some new things we're going to try. We are going to set up a Meals on Wheels website. On that website, we'll be able to have some things where you can come in and do the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. So if an individual wants to donate, get on your phone, say, hey, I want to sponsor so much, send us that donation. We'll also have a QR code that we're also going to have.
Nice.
And so that'll be another easy way to reach out to us and give us those donations for sponsoring people.
We're in a digital world. We talked about it a moment ago. Now my wife, she still writes checks. I mean, she's old school. But, the digital money, like what you talked about, the Venmo, the PayPal, those kind of things like that. For people, it's about ease. That's why everybody loves drive-thrus. I mean, it's where we live in a fast-paced world, and the easier you make it on somebody, the easier it is for them, and the better it is for you. So I really appreciate the fact that you guys are embracing that, because I think it's going to make a difference on the amount of people that are able to help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is what you guys need.
Yes, we
absolutely.
We need your help. That's why we're here today. It got really tough last week when I get a phone call saying, hey, you don't have enough money to pay for the operating of Meals on Wheels. And, we got down to $5,000. And you can't operate a business or a
in the red
donation type funding in the red. I mean, there's no way. We were seeking to go elsewhere, but there's a lot of organizations out there that you can go to, and they will give you funding through the state, federal funding, but you don't have the interaction and the community service that all of our community people do for us now.
Plus somebody else is pulling the strings.
You've got to follow their rules.
Yeah, that's it.
And it takes away from the caring part. You're just a robot a puppet at that time.
Yep.
So if we can keep this thing going community-wise, so much better type organization this way. But again, we need these folks to reach out to us. Try to donate as Christmas, lots of good
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, tax season, mom, dad that's homebound. All of it is so needed, and it's such a good cause.
And I'm glad you said that. People that need to find out more about getting on the program or getting a loved one on the program, that 5821, that's the best number for them to call, 225-5821?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. And again, we just, I appreciate the fact that you guys were willing to come in here and talk to us on the air, and just, because, I've been married long enough to understand. In fact, today is my wife and I's 41st wedding anniversry. If you don't ask, you don't get. I mean, that's kind of it. You got to let people know that there's a need there, and I really appreciate y'all coming in to educate people about what it is you do, who it is you serve, why it is you do it, and how people can help. That's the whole thing. We need people out there listening to help, and businesses can also contribute. You know, it doesn't have to be an individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these business owners out there, that it helps their tax write-off too.
You bet.
You have any of those grants or funds that's just sitting around you have no room for, you don't know what to do, help Meals on Wheels.
We know a place to go with them.
Go ahead and help us.
That's it.
Because it's going to be put to good use. It's just not going to go somewhere and just make their fund bigger, you know.
Or you give to something, you know, those guys that call you on the phone like, hey, the International Sheriff's Veterans Association. And, you know, those people never really even see, if they see any of it, it's very little. And it goes out of state. You don't know who you're helping. This right here stays right in this area. It helps your friends and neighbors.
It sure does.
And your loved ones. And that's one of the things that I have reacted to with the Meals on Wheels, about being a part of it and championing that cause. And I will continue to champion that cause, and I know y'all will as well.
Yeah, Shawn, thank you so much for having us here today and letting us talk to the community out there, just letting them know, all about this program and how it's so much needed. But thank you very much for the opportunity.
I am just glad to be able to be a vessel, honestly. Sometimes if we just get out of the Lord's way and let them work through you, good things will come from that. And I'm telling you right now, folks, this is a wonderful organization and they need your help. Now's the time. No better time. The season of giving, God gave us his only son, and what we're asking for you is, a few dollars every month to make a difference in our local community, and a meal wrapped in love.
Yep.
Love that.
He says, feed the sheep. What better way to do it than
well, you got that right.
to literally feed them.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cody, appreciate you coming in. Mark, Josiah, after I finally got your name right, for crying out loud. Is it Popola?
Yes, sir.
Okay, see, I didn't even have to write that down.
Well, I'm proud of you.
225-5821. 225-5821. That's the phone number. Or you can stop by there at Fairview Village, right?
Yes. Our address at Fairview Village,
1510
West 9th Street.
Oh, yeah. 1510 West 9th.
You can come in. Our office is in that building, along with Meals on Wheels, and we're neighbors. So, come in and see us. We'd love to have you for lunch. It's all home cooked, grandma style meals.
Yep. And the menu's published, so people know what's going to be on that menu that day.
Yes.
So you can if you don't like that, come the next day. But I guarantee it, there'll be something. And the dessert is worth it, the trip.
Yes.
I'm the guy that eats the dessert first, so I know there's room.
Lunch starts at 11 o'clock today and it runs till 1. Like I said, today is goulash.
Yeah.
So very good.
5 days a week. Everybody is welcome. It's not just for old folks.
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, it feels good to have them come in and feel like they have their granddaughter or grandson sitting with them, talking to them. We want it to be a community, not just to come in and get your meal. Like, we want to socialize. We want to be one with one another while we're there.
Got bingo, got door prizes days. You've got Percy Dale Walker, for crying out loud. There's a draw right there. And he's just released a new Christmas album, PD. And so, again, thanks for what it is you do, why it is you do it, and for those that you do it for. I really appreciate you. I really do.
Thank you.
Folks, don't you dare go anywhere. I'm going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the mop-up segment right after this.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
You know why people like going out to eat? It's a little treat for them. They get to leave the house and go somewhere else and have somebody else cook the food and serve it to them and clean up afterward. All you got to do is pay and leave.
I know a lady that makes it at Janice's Cafe. We go out there and eat all the time. You know why? It's not at home, and it's better than what we cook. One of my favorite things to eat at Janice's Cafe? The catfish. It's good. It's got the crispy breading. Oh, it's like they made it with love, with a little bit more love on top of it.
Bacon cheeseburger.
Best bacon cheeseburger in the business. Name another one.
Mushroom and Swiss.
Best mushroom burger there is ever. Janice's Cafe can make all those burgers for. Of course, they got burgers. They got the best burgers you can have.
Do you think more people drink sweet tea or unsweet tea?
Well, you know what I am.
Half and half.
Half sweet, half unsweet. Janice is located on the south side of Elk City, where you go into the movie theater, right there next to Arby's. You'll be able to find it because there's a big old sign up there that says Janice's Cafe.
Target brings more taste, more flavor, and more deals to your Thanksgiving table. Save big on affordable holiday crowd pleasers, like select elevated sides and appetizers from Good & Gather for only $4.99. Favorite day pies for a sweet finishing touch, also just $4.99. And don't forget, great tasting turkey for only 79 cents a pound. So many cravings, so many ways to save. Step into the holidays and elevate your Thanksgiving today. Only at Target. Restrictions apply.
We have Fraser fir, notes of cedarwood and sandalwood combined, and it just smells like you're in the mountains, and it's just amazing. Multi-surface cleaner, we have room spray, dish soap, laundry soap, hand cream. We have Christmas pillows out the wazoo, so if you need a Christmas pillow, come see us. We for sure have something for you. Candles are always a top seller at Christmas time. They're just that quick and easy little gift that everyone loves, and you cannot go wrong with them. We have several different type of food items in the store right now. We have Finch and Fennel. We also have our jalapeno pepper jellies, and then our sourdough bread, geometry towels. If you have not got a geometry towel yet, you are missing out. The fiber that they have in them, it's just amazing. It's a great quality towel that you will switch out every kitchen towel you have once you get one of these. Any gift you buy, whether it is small or you have 4 bag loads, we offer free gift wrapping. Grandview Pharmacy and Gifts, now located at 1503 West 3rd Street in Elk City.
It's Thanksgiving, and it's time to feast your eyes on the savings at Cummins in Weatherford. Right now, get up to $6,750 in rebates for qualified buyers on all new 2025 and 2026 GMC light-duty models with a 6.2-liter engine. Trucks you love with savings that'll have you coming back for seconds. So load up the family and make this Thanksgiving sweeter than ice cream on Grandma's apple pie. Cummins Cadillac Chevrolet GMC in Weatherford, I-40 and Airport Road, or online at CumminsBPG.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
Level up your fitness at Modern Fitness. With 24-hour access, you can work out anytime you want. Modern Fitness in Elk City. Get in shape and have fun doing it at a really nice gym.
Stay informed with the latest news from the energy industry on the Exploring Energy Show.
The show brought to you in part by Sustaining Oklahoma's Energy Resources, part of the OERB. For a complete list or to register for SOAR's upcoming educational opportunities, visit www.soer.oerb.com. You have today to get ready for the next, it's a wonderful program, Sustaining Oklahoma's Energy Resources. Go check it out, soer.oerb.com, part of the Oklahoma Energy Resources Board. This hour's weather forecast brought to you as a service of Carter Electric. Everyone knows that distinct smell when something electrical gets too hot. Do not ignore it. Electrical fires, they happen, especially in older houses and buildings that were built before the modern technology age. Go to Carter Electric, licensed, insured, trusted. 217 West 12th Street in Elk City. Call them at 225-2447, 225-2447. Okay, TJ, what you got for weather forecast? We're kind of running out of time here, but
right?
You and your pretty pink mic sock. Yeah,
like
it's
that,
bedazzled too, by the way.
Make you one? All right, this morning we have areas of patchy fog until 10, otherwise mostly sunny with a high near 81. Southwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, increasing to 17 to 22 in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 33. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 48. West-southwest wind 8 to 11 miles per hour. Tuesday, mostly sunny with a high near 73. West wind 5 to 8 miles per hour, becoming east-northeast in the afternoon. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers in the afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high near 73. East-southeast wind 5 to 9 miles per hour, becoming south in the morning. Thursday, showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm, then showers afternoon. High near 67, chance of precipitation is 80%. Friday, a 20% chance of showers, mostly sunny with a high near 60. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 59. And Sunday, a 20% chance of showers, mostly sunny with a high near 63.
Woo! You got her in.
I did.
By golly. Okay, and that workshop for OERB is coming up tomorrow. You got to get yourself registered today before end of business. Okay, and it is maximizing tax savings for oil and gas business owners. That's tomorrow morning, a Zoom meeting. Get yourself registered, www.soer.oerb.com. Appreciate the good folks at Meals on Wheels. If you can help, 225-5821. For TJ, I'm Shawn Wilson. Thanks so much for listening. I promise we'll talk again. Have yourself a great day.
KECO Elk City.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The key word from the Trump administration, affordability.
I'm the one that's getting the prices down.
President Trump pivoting from